Alrighty guys, good afternoon and welcome. Here we are. It is time to jump into our first game of the day in the ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 30. I'm GoGoGadget and we're jumping in now for a match between TCSG, the Coalition Singapore, and the Saigon Tanker Club. Of course, this first one here in our first quarterfinal of the day will be being played on Lakeville. And it's looking like the teams have both chosen their tanks, so we're going to be seeing some pretty stock standard setups here in Lakeville. Nothing too crazy. We've got, well, lots of IS-3s, couple of T-32s for the TCSG guys as well. Lots of T-54 lightweights. Can't go wrong with the good old T-54s there as well. So pretty standard stuff, nothing too crazy. Not seeing any artillery like we do occasionally see on Lakeville, but that's, you know, more of a preference. Some of these teams, they do like rolling with the arty, some of them just like keeping it standard, and both sides going with that T-37 in their tier 6 spot, and both these teams not going with the two tier 7 lights, which we do maybe occasionally see on the attack here on Lakeville. But right now it's looking like teams just locking in their tanks. Will let everyone know that we are ready to go as well, and then we can get this one underway. So TCSG, now they've kind of been coming back into or been getting back into the swing of things in the Go4WoT Cups. They kind of took a bit of a hiatus and then came back a couple of weeks ago, and they're really looking like a pretty strong team at the moment. So I'll be interested to see how they do here against the Saigon Tanker Club, who are, you know, again, a very strong team. SGC though, they've been playing for playing a little bit more consistently than the Coalition Singapore, been getting into more of the Go4WoT Cups. So we'll have to wait and see. But here we go. It's time to jump into ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 30 and get this match underway. So 30 seconds left on the clock, and let's go ahead. I think I'm going to be rolling out with the guys over here from TCSG. Alrighty, and get a tweet out while I'm at it, all of that good stuff. And we've got 10 seconds left on the scoreboard. Alrighty. Okay, so there we go. Let's roll out now, and let's go ahead and have a run through of the TCSG lineup. So in the IS-3 here we have Roby1 Kenobi. In the T-32 is going to be Laku Shine 24, Madhouse 10101, or Madhouse 10101 is going to be in his T-32. It doesn't seem to be moving actually. We've got Yuji in the T-32 as well, Dragon Quan, and it's actually looking like might have had a bit of a potential disconnect there from this T-32 over on the TCSG side. So that's actually a little bit unfortunate. What will probably be happening is we'll probably be jumping straight back into a rematch. So that he's actually in now, so I'm not too sure what's happening there. Did manage to get in the end, so hopefully again, one of these tricky things in World of Tanks where the spectators still cannot actually see what these guys in game are chatting. So I'm sure they're sorting it out amongst themselves. So it's looking like right now Iris here is going to be moving with these IS-3s, but yeah, it's looking like everyone probably will be disconnecting at the moment. So I'm going to give it another maybe 15 seconds just to make sure. Then we're going to be DCing and hopefully getting the replay happening. So, alrighty, yes. So we're going to be going ahead and DCing now. There we go. Yeah, everyone's left, and Alive is the only one left in battle. We'll jump back into our spectator tank. Oops, no we won't. Accidentally did that. So yeah, obviously just a little bit of a disconnect there from one of the TCSG guys, and hopefully it'll be all sorted out in no time. Alrighty. But in the meantime, we can take a quick look at the bracket and see what else is happening on the other quarterfinal matches. We're actually initially going to be trying to cover the Potato Crew taking on Team VN, which would have been a pretty fun match to watch. Always like seeing what the Potato Crew can pull out. But unfortunately, Team VN weren't... I think they might have showed up eventually, but they were a little bit late to the party, so decided to jump in towards this one instead. But Potato Crew, they have some great names as well. You know, they've got Batman, they've got Serene Potato, they've got Roadrunner, they've got Meep Meep. So Potato Crew, definitely some creative names in the ESL Asia Go4WoT Cups. Alrighty, so right now that's looking like we are going to be seeing... Okay, so he's out of game apparently, so he should be jumping back into it pretty soon. Alrighty, so we're going to be waiting 1 minute apparently until we get right back in towards this one. So yeah, there we go. In the meantime, Lakeville, I mean, we can talk a little bit about the map. Of course, Lakeville, you know, there's really two main ways to play Lakeville. I mean, the most kind of used strategy is the split push, where we see, you know, team on the attack send a couple of tanks down there, down to the 2 line, a couple of tanks through the city, bam bam, just like that. There's your stock standard push. Of course, we also do see some kind of full-on city pushes sometimes, maybe with a T-54 or 2 going down the actual lake road down there. But there we go. So alrighty, but right now it's looking like everyone is ready, and we're getting the countdown happening, so we can jump into this match proper. Alrighty, so I think again I'm going to be rolling out with TCSG, and again rolling through their tanks. Obviously we haven't swapped any of the tanks around at all, still sticking with the same lineup and just doing a clean restart. And now it's good. Yep, it's looking like everyone from both teams is loaded in now, so you should be able to get this one underway. 10 seconds left on the clock. And yeah, the only real difference is those 3 T32s for TCSG that SGC have gone with 3 IS3s instead. I personally prefer the IS3s, but you know, TCSG, they are on the defense, and if they can find good spots for the T32s, then I think they can also work. But right now, let's take a look at their lineup. In the IS3 here, we have got Roby1 Kenobi, Laku Shine 24 is going to be in the first T32, Madhouse 10,101 or 10101 in the T32, UG in the T32, Dragon Quan in the T54 lightweight, Lerax in the T54 lightweight, and Iguru in the T37. So they're going to be sending out their 2 T54s over towards that 1 flag, and I think I can see the IS3 also heading towards there here for TCSG, which is interesting. But something like Madhouse is also going to be following, so they're actually really sending quite a few of their tanks over towards the 1 flag, which I think I don't mind that actually. Yeah, I mean the T32, so they're not the slowest heavy tanks, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out here. Madhouse 10,101. Be moving in towards maybe a position down this 1 line here, behind these rocks, seeing what he can spot down the line. In the meantime, Iguru is actually a little bit damaged there, already taken about 60% damage in that T37. So we can flick around, see what the attackers are doing right now. We've got Iris and his IS3. Tier 8 Russian heavy tank, going to be pushing through the town, and I think Easy is joining him there. They're not going to be meeting much resistance, just these two T32s who are holding all the way back here. Looks like Laku Shine there is just getting a bit of levolution, to use a battlefield term, happening. A bit of destructibility, knocking down some houses. Always good to see, making sure that area is nice and clear. Once he does need to shoot some tanks instead. We've got Roby1 Kenobi here as well, looking just onto the tip of the hill. So the defenders are set up very well. Now in the meantime, the attackers here, we have got Noxfam. It looks like he's, ooh, just poking across there. We saw that shell flick to his right and just miss him. So he does know now that there's some tanks waiting for him up there over the hill. And it's looking like Mr. Fun over here in his IS-3, also not too keen to actually make the push just yet. It seems like they are just going for the stock standard kind of two-pronged attack here. And once those IS-3s on the other side of the map hit that 2 flag, then we're going to be seeing these guys pushing, I would assume at least. So that shot did actually just ricochet, so if there's time to push, it's probably now, but there we go. Okay, so they have made the push, made the decision to push. Mr. Fung does take the first shot. He's dropped it. He's now tracked. Is he going to repair that? Yes. Makes the call to repair that track, and I think that's a pretty good call. So in the meantime, those other IS-3s here, it's going to be Easy and Iris all the way on the other side of the map. They are starting to cap up the 2 flags, so let's focus here for a moment. Dragon Clan there, already taken a few shots. He's been dropped down to 41% in that T-54 lightweight. 31 now, he does repair his track, but he's been putting some good damage out on towards this IS-3 as well. That's going to be Easy, who's taking a lot of damage. Dragon Clan, though, does go down, so the first 2 kills go over to SGC as Easy dropped down to 59 HP, taken out right there. And Iris over here is going to be the next one to fall on 37% HP. And couldn't quite take out Lerax in that T-54 lightweight. So the 2 flag push has not gone well for the Saigon Tanker Club. But what about over here at the 1 flag? We've got Mr. Fun on at 467 HP, so he's not looking too healthy himself. Life or Die on 51%, so really not looking great for the Saigon Tanker Club guys. As Life or Die, he's going to be taking a few more shots. Madhouse in the meantime, he's looking nice and healthy, 86% HP. One more shot will be enough to finish him. Life or Die if Roby1 Kenobi can get a shot through that strong armor. And there we go, that comes from Madhouse. And with only 2 tanks remaining against 5, it is not looking good for TCSG. They're going to be going down pretty soon. Alive does manage to take down 1, but 1 more shot will be enough to take down Mr. Fung. As long as Madhouse can actually hit it. Can he hit it? That is a question. 2%. Oh, no, there we go. Actually, Mr. Fung does manage to take down Madhouse, but now it is a 1v3. Alive, he's on 67% HP, up against a T-32 with 92%, a T-32 with 85% hit points left, and a T-54 lightweight. That's about 1 shot from death there in Lerax here, 183 HP. So Lerax, well, might go down if Alive plays this one well enough, but it's not looking like that will be the case. So there we go. 1 shot comes in from UG with that T-32, and a couple more, and Alive will be going down. So he's waiting for it. He's trying to get the kill onto Lerax, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to ricochet, but not going to happen. So there we go. The first win goes over to TCSG in this best of 3 series. Pretty convincing win there as well. Well played to the TCSG guys. Nice solid defense. And if we take a look at the team score there as well, we can see Madhouse 10,101 up the top with 2,691 damage in that T-32. Laku Shine 24 there. Not too far behind with over 2,000 damage and 4 kills to boot. So he did a lot of work as well. So these T-32s, a little bit of damage blocked by armor. There you go, look at that. IS3 damage block bomber 1560. That is another tank's worth of hit points there. Obi-Wan Kenobi's armor blocked. So that's why you picked the IS3s, but I suppose didn't quite work out as well for the SGC guys, unfortunately, as we can see here. But there we go, it's time to jump into the next round of picks. Alrighty. I think this time, of course, with SGC being on the defense, we might be seeing a few T32s in the lineup after that one, I think. So T32s, of course, very good on some of those hills where they can just get into those nice hold down positions, kind of, you know, around the 1 flag defense there. Good around the 2 flag on that hill there. Very versatile tanks. So there we go. The first 2 picks are now locked in. We've got 2 IS3s locked in there for Dragon Clan. And what else are we going to be seeing? I want to be saying probably some IS3s, T54s. I mean, they're obviously having a long think about it, so really not too sure what they're having to think about, but alrighty, so we've got the next tanks locked in there. We've got 2 IS3s locked in there for life or die on the SGC side, and another 2, so that's 4 IS3s for SGC so far. Dragon Clan though for the Coalition Singapore. We'll be locking in 2 T54 lightweights as his next couple of picks. Next up, we've got T37 and a T54 lightweight. Locked in there, so not too bad from Life or Die. Dragon Clan there with an IS3 as the last pick for TCSG, and I think that's an IS3 as well as the last pick for the Saigon Tanker Club. So there we go. Let's go ahead and let everyone know that we are ready to go. And ready to jump into this one, of course. Being a best of 3. If TCSG win this one, then SGC, the Saigon Tanker Club, going to be knocked out of today's ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 30. They're going to be gone. So it is do or die for SGC at the moment. Alrighty, in Life or Die, going to be getting the countdown happening. Just making sure that they're ready. Yep, there we go. TCSG are ready. So it's time to count down. It's time to load in to this second match in the best of 3 between TCSG and SGC. Let's get this countdown started. So I think this time I'm going to be rolling out with the guys from SGC, the Saigon Tanker Club. See where they're heading out to. So with 13 seconds left on the clock, both teams actually, yeah, the only difference is, of course, in their lineups is those T32s have been subbed out for IS3s now that TCSG are on the attack. So there you go.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, starting off from the bottom of the SGC lineup, we have in the T37 Tier 6 American light tank is going to be Street Ghost. In the T54 Russian Tier 8 light, we have Alive. Nox Fam is going to be in the first IS3 for the Saigon Tanker Club. Iris in the second. Easy in the third. Mr. Fung in the fourth. And Life or Die in the fifth. There we go. It's actually quite a few easy names on the Saigon Tanker Club side. Makes my life a lot easier. Names like Easy and Iris and Alive. So there you go. But it's looking like right now they're sending a couple of their IS3s over towards that one flag over there. So it's going to be Nox Fam heading over. We've got, in the meantime here, Iris just sitting all the way back and getting ready for a city push. And it's well and good that he is, because that is exactly what we're going to be seeing coming out of TCSG right here. They are all pushing through the city, all bar their Tier 6 tank. So I think they have actually been spotted now. And we're going to need to see the rotation come in from SGC pretty soon. TCSG pushing out now. They've just spotted that IS3 there. They've spotted Iris. And Iris there is going to be taking at least one shot. A little bit hard for the TCSG guys to actually hit him though, because he's using that house as a great bit of cover. Let's actually flick over. Oh, there we go. Yeah, definitely taking some shots now as Iris has dropped down to 869 HP. And look at that, the T37 from the other side of the lake is hammering into Iris. And that's why you pick the T37, folks. Very powerful little Tier 6 tank. And I don't even think Iris can see him. So looks like Iris right now will just be sitting tight up against this house, not making a move. And I think that's a pretty good move as that T37 continues to hammer onto him. But next up, what's interesting is that these IS3s, they haven't actually rotated from their spots here. So I suppose they might be trying to get a bit of crossfire as TCSG cross that road there. I'm not too sure. But interesting that they're still sticking there. In the meantime, though, we can see some movement on the T54s for TCSG. We've got Dragon Quam here, moving up the middle. And Madhouse 10101 as well. So these guys should be able to push up on that T54 lightweight there on the SGC side. It's a little bit of trouble. Does get set on fire, but he's going to be putting that one up pretty quickly, as we will just jump right back into it. But that automatic fire extinguisher really doing work there for that T54 on the Saigon Tanker Club side. And sometimes these guys, they actually don't go with the fire extinguishers in the light tanks, but that was definitely a good decision to keep that one in there for the Saigon Tankers. So right now, as we get the feed back up again, we can see this T37 here at 312 HP. In the meantime, we are seeing the push coming in from TCSG down on towards this 2 flag right here. Iris is in a lot of trouble. 3 modules already damaged. One more shot from Lerax is enough to take him out. Lerax, though, does actually go down right after that. So Life or Die getting a good snipe from across the field, looks like. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left for the Saigon Tanker Club to try and attack and get these flags captured up. Right now, though, we've got TCSG sitting pretty on the defense. Alive here, still on 77% HP. Some of TCSG pushing up on the attack and moving up towards this 1 flag. Look at that, there's some pretty low HP numbers around there. That T37, very low. Dragon Quan's just taken out the IS3. One of the IS3s left. It's going to be Noxfam going down. And yet one more shot is enough usually to take down Street Ghost. It's looking like it's pretty much all over now. And TCSG looking very comfortable. Going to be able to take this one out, I think, with a pretty big margin of hit points once again. Only the IS3 and the T-54 lightweight left for the Saigon Tanker Club. And unless they can pull off something amazing, I don't think they've got it. So right now though, we have got TCSG there moving up and trying to get a few more shots. Obi-Wan Kenobi though does actually have to be careful. He's on 8% hit points. And Alive actually might be spotting him, so. Ooh. Alive did just spot that T-54 lightweight there. Not going to be able to take him down though, as that base capture is actually on 72, so there's really nothing that these guys can do on the Saigon Tanker Club side. As well, WoT doesn't actually take down Obi-Wan Kenobi, but that's going to mean the rest of the TCSG guys push through, and at the end of the day, the base cap was not made in time anyway, so there we go. That's a victory for TCSG. It's going to mean that they take out this match 2-0 to SGC. They're going to be progressing in towards the semi-finals where they're taking on the winners of the Super Noobs and AGN1. So might have to catch that one. AGN1, haven't seen them play either. But right now though, guys, we're going to be jumping off to a short little break. Do not go anywhere. Right after this, more Go4WoT Asia Cup number 30 action coming up.